Crawford, Canelo, who you got?
Crawford, Canelo. I still say Canelo.
I got Canelo too.
I still say Canelo. Ring IQ, I believe that Crawford has a bit more.
Yeah.
However, it's just the size difference. I think that where Crawford is lacking is that he should try test the waters even with somebody at that weight class before facing Canelo. But hey, they say he's a dog. He's got shot in the head and drove to the hospital, so maybe that's just his mentality.
But I think you gotta lean more towards Canelo because, like I said before, he been pitting big guys out and down. And Canelo not even really a 68 pounder. He probably really should be at 60 maybe. And he been hurting these guys. I think he be dropping these guys and things like that. So, and them guys be way bigger than him come fight night. I know that for sure. They be probably close to 200 pounds, and he dropping those guys like that. So, I don't know. It's gonna be a great fight. The fans want to see it. So, so be it.
Just a few days after his fight with Canelo was made official, Terence Crawford received warnings from a long list of boxing professionals, urging him to cancel the fight against Canelo Alvarez and take a tune-up fight first. Canelo's legendary trainer, Eddie Reynoso, was among the first to caution Crawford. Reynoso boldly predicted a knockout victory for his fighter.
Now, big fight September. Canelo Alvarez, the face of boxing against Crawford. What's your prediction?
Nos vamos a ganar por nocaut.
What round?
En el que sea, pero lo vamos a noquear esta vez.
What round did he say?
Whatever round, but they're gonna win by knockout.
Despite being the undisputed middleweight champion, Canelo Alvarez's lackluster performance against William Skull in early May raised questions about his form. Even so, Reynoso remained confident and is convinced that Canelo will knock Crawford out. In an interview with Elie Seckbach of ES News, Reynoso made it clear that he sees a knockout as inevitable. "We're going to win by knockout," he declared when asked about the fight. However, when pressed on which round the knockout would occur, Reynoso declined to give specifics. "Whichever round it may be, but we're going to knock him out this time," he said.
A great fighter, but Canelo the best.
Es un tremendo peleador. Crawford es un gran boxeador, muy completo, pero ese día van a ver otro Canelo.
He's a great fighter. Crawford's a great fighter, but that day he's facing Canelo.
That is true. Thank you, Eddie. Congratulations on the big win. Undisputed again.
Thank you.
Acknowledging Crawford's skill, Eddie Reynoso admitted, "Crawford is a tremendous fighter, very complete." However, he added, "That day, you're going to see a different Canelo." With this statement, Reynoso dismissed concerns surrounding Canelo Alvarez's underwhelming performance against William Skull, where critics pointed to his unusually low punch output. Even Alvarez himself called the fight boring, having thrown just 152 punches compared to Skull's 293. Looking ahead to his showdown with Crawford, Canelo promised, "I hope September brings a different kind of fight." While Reynoso is brimming with confidence, some experts believe Crawford has a legitimate path to victory. Former trainer Jeff Mayweather believes Crawford's best chance is to maintain distance and avoid getting into a slugfest with Alvarez.
Canelo is also a great fighter but he owns that weight class that he's in. So I would just say that I think that Crawford has to fight almost a perfect fight to win. And take advantage of Canelo's mistakes.
Trainer Derek Bosey Ennis echoed this sentiment, saying that if Crawford can frustrate Canelo and control the pace, he could pull off an upset victory. Predicting a winner remains difficult, but one thing is certain: if the fight delivers, the fans will be the real winners. Former WBA super lightweight champion Rolando "Rolly" Romero, however, isn't convinced by the matchup, not because it's happening, but because of how he expects it to play out.
In a very long time.
Careful now. You are picking him to beat Bud, right?
Yeah, I'm picking him to beat Bud, but that doesn't mean anything.
But you're right. Like, what is he? I mean, the
Rolando "Rolly" Romero didn't hold back when sharing his thoughts on Canelo's upcoming fight and his opponent, Terence Crawford. While appearing on the Pound for Pound podcast, Romero was quick to group Crawford with Devin Haney, implying both are in over their heads. When asked about a 37-year-old Crawford's chances against Canelo, Romero confidently stated, "They have weight divisions for a reason." Clearly, The 29-year-old is firmly on Team Canelo in this debate. However, co-host Henry Cejudo jumped in, pressing Romero about the success of boxing's only 8-division world champion, Manny Pacquiao, who climbed through numerous weight classes throughout his storied career. Romero responded with a simple explanation.
Fight ever, it might be the best fight ever. But I will tell you this, it's not a fight I truly care about. Crawford's not really entertaining. So I don't really care about who he fights. But I will tell you like this, he's a tremendous fighter. He's a great fighter, but he's not really entertaining outside the ring. There's nothing that makes me want to be like, I can't wait to see the next Terence Crawford.
Manny Pacquiao didn't move up 3 weight divisions at once, Romero said, pointing to Crawford's leap from welterweight to super middleweight. However, there's a potential issue with Romero's argument, because Pacquiao did make a dramatic 3-division jump early in his career, after his second career loss to Medgon Singsarat, often misspelled as Bunai Senzarat. Pacquiao jumped from flyweight and went on to win the WBC International Super Bantamweight title in December 1999 against Raynant. Jamali, a leap across 3 weight classes. Romero was then asked to elaborate on a prediction for the Canelo versus Crawford showdown.
We have weight divisions for a reason, right or wrong?
Manny Pacquiao, bro.
Okay.
What's your take on Manny?
Well, Pacquiao didn't move up 3 weight divisions at once.
Okay.
Fight a pound-for-pound fighter.
Okay, so Canelo's got it. How does Canelo get it done?
I don't know, man. It might be the boringest fight ever.
I don't know. Man, it might be the most boring fight ever, or it might be the best fight ever, Romero said, reflecting on the upcoming Canelo versus Crawford bout. He admitted he generally doesn't care much for Crawford's fights, saying, Crawford's just not really entertaining. Despite that, Romero acknowledged Crawford's raw boxing talent, though it's worth noting that Canelo's recent fight against William Skull revealed some cracks in his game. He's no longer as light on his feet and seems to struggle with cutting off the ring. These are flaws that Terence Crawford, with his slick and elusive style, could likely exploit. Still, Romero draws a comparison between Crawford and Devin Haney, suggesting he sees both fighters as similar in style, technically skilled, but not particularly exciting.
Like Canelo, is it because of the last fight? Like you haven't been a fan of Canelo, or like why? Like you like Crawford that much? Took your coffee.
What Canelo did on that day was disrespectful to boxing. It was just simply disrespectful to boxing and everything.
Rolly Romero also made it clear he is not interested in facing Devin Haney anytime soon. According to Romero, the former undisputed champion doesn't bring enough excitement or star power to justify a big money fight. Fresh off his stunning victory over Ryan Garcia in Times Square, Romero told TMZ Sports that Haney simply doesn't move the needle. Haney wasn't a big fighter to begin with, Romero said. He wasn't a big fighter when he fought Ryan, and is definitely not a big fighter now, not after he just became a track star. He added, mocking Haney's defensive style. Romero questioned the appeal of a matchup with Haney, bluntly asking, who wants to see that?
Lost a lot of fans this weekend. He's the first Mexican I've ever seen that doesn't know how to cut off the ring.
Benavidez fight's entertaining. Woo! Oh, dude, that's a Mexican monster. Ooh, they call him the Mexican monster because everybody's scared of him.
So you tell me, real quick, are you excited to see anyone fight Devin Haney instead? Romero was asked that he appeared more interested in a rematch with Gervonta Davis, stating, he's a completely different fighter since our 2022 clash. For now, Romero is enjoying the high of his career-defining win and is still waiting to celebrate properly. That said, Canelo Alvarez still has supporters after his performance against William Skull earlier this month. But do you agree with Romero's take that Terence Crawford is boring? Ryan Garcia has also made his opinion clear regarding potential matchup between champions Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, leaving no room for ambiguity.
What about Canelo and Crawford? What do you think?
That's going to be a great fight too. I can't believe they made that happen. Turkey's been making a lot of great fights happen. You can't really hate on it. But I'm excited for that. I know Canelo is so big, so strong, and I think he'll be just too big. I mean, weight classes matter for a reason.
Last question, Ali. He said
in a recent interview, Garcia, known for his controversial comments, called Crawford an overhyped bum and insisted that Alvarez would come out victorious if the two were to meet in the ring. Speaking to Seki's TV, Garcia did not hold back. He accused Crawford of being a boring fighter, claiming he doesn't deserve the attention he receives and is simply stealing boxing's money.
Crawford really hasn't beat nobody other than Errol Spence Jr. that went through a car crash. Name one guy that he beat other than Terence Spence that's well known. Sean Porter that was washed. Who has he beat? He hasn't beat nobody, bro. He's not gonna beat nobody, bro. Terence Crawford is all right, bro. Terence Crawford is not no, he ain't like that, bro. Terence Crawford is an overhyped bum, bro. I'm sorry. Somebody gotta say it. You're overhyped bum, bro. I'm looking at the camera.